Here are my 7 life lessons I learned in my 20s. Hi, I'm Jenny, and I would like to talk about self improvement, fashion, and beauty products. If you're into any of those, come subscribe and like if you'd like more videos like this, and let's get right into it. Okay, starting number 1, accepting myself for who I am. So I used to think I was weird because I was shy and I couldn't talk to anyone else other than my closest friends. Most of the time, I would only respond with a smile or a short response, like a one-worded response, if my classmates tried to get to know me. I would even try to act like that one popular classmate, which didn't work out because it wasn't who I was, and I just felt like my energy levels were all over the place because I was acting like someone I'm not, and it was exhausting to keep up the act. So later on, I did learn how to accept myself, just know that, okay, I retain energy just by staying by myself, staying out. I'm more of a person who likes to listen more than talk about my true feelings and improve on areas that I think I can improve on. And it made me happier. It kept me from comparing myself from other people who are extroverted than I was, and it kept me from trying to be someone who I'm not. The second thing I learned was your career isn't everything. Same thing for college. Your degree is not everything. Not everyone stays in that industry that they got a degree on. Sure, there are people who, immediately fell in love with the job that they're doing. You don't really experience the true work environment for that industry, whatever you're studying for. I remember when I first started college, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what degree I want to get. I don't know what major I want to major in. But I just selected something that sounded more interesting to me. It felt like something that I was interested in. And you know what? Later on, I'm not working in hospitality when I majored in hospitality. You come to realize that sometimes the things you learn is great and interesting, but once you go into the workforce, it's kind of different and you might not like it and it might not be for you, and you never know. You just gotta try it and figure it out one day. If you're already working like a full-time job, I also learned that a job is just a job. I always place my job first. Instead of hanging out with friends, I always wanted to just put work as a priority. If work calls me and they're like, hey, we need you to come early, I'm like, bye friends, I'm gonna go work. Because I was so passionate and I was looking into kind of growing in the industry at a young age, but life doesn't go the way you plan. Things don't work out the way you think it will. I recently realized that a new employee or a new coworker earns more than I do when I've been with the company for a couple years already, and it's like, this is really frustrating. I put all my effort, hard work into this company, and they only reward people who come in later than people who are actually loyal to the company and staying for a long time. It's unfair, but life doesn't go the way you plan, or like someone else gets promoted before you, or the company decides to hire someone outside the company to be the whatever position is above yours, or like a manager position that you wanted to get to. And sure, there are a lot of great companies out there that may really care about their employees, but again, it's just a job. Being born from parents who have always put their jobs and careers first made me think this is what everyone was supposed to do. But in the end, it only made me feel empty, like I wasn't doing anything that made an impact, and it basically made me feel unhappy about my life because it felt boring. Every day seemed like the same day. I felt like I was in a hamster wheel every day trying to chase that high income job. But career changes happen sometimes, and I, myself, you, yourself can change interests over time. Kind of like what I mentioned earlier, a lot of people don't stay in the same industry that they got a degree for. So, our interests change, our lives change. Sometimes, with AI as well, jobs change. So it's all just dependent on that. Don't always put career first. Enjoy life, hang out with friends. If you ever feel like you're stuck in a career, it's okay. Just take the time to enjoy the moment. Use that moment to kind of find what you're interested in, what you want to achieve in. And even if you don't know, try finding a hobby. That definitely helps. Finding a hobby, figuring out what you like to do, just give it a shot. Like, you never know, it might be your calling. Or just leave the job as a job and don't take things too seriously. Like, I understand you want to get promoted, you want to go be one of those higher ups and earn a high income, but I would say give time and space for yourself, for you, your family, your friends. The third lesson I learned was social media or staying in touch with friends. So, social media. I know a lot of people say, like, stay away from social media. I agree, because I get into that comparison tendency and I don't like that for myself, and I have been good at keeping away from social media, but the one thing I made a mistake on was staying in touch with friends. And yeah, we all tend to lose touch with our middle school, high school friends, but I felt like the friends I met along, even in high school and college was also lost, because I kept distancing myself from them because I thought if I worked hard now, my future self would benefit or my career would advance quicker, but nope. It didn't. So, and I'm sure like everyone's experience is different. Like, some people might have gotten that raise or promotion faster than I did. Everyone goes in a different journey. And I'm not saying everyone's going to be the same as mine. You could be advancing towards your career a lot faster, who knows? But what I'm saying is working hard is great. Being passionate is great, but also keep in touch with your friends. In the end, I started spending more time alone and staying at home rather than going out with friends. And although that is something I enjoy as well as an introvert, but sometimes I feel like I have no one to talk to or like rely on other than my family. And I do have friends though, but it's just like we're not as close because I'm always putting my job first, and it's sort of a habit that I've started getting to change myself. I've been trying to avoid doing what I did in the past nowadays because I'm not really happy with my job. But either way, it's teaching me to kind of realize these things that I've been missing out on at such an early age. Well, now I'm 30, but but I still realize it. I realized that is something that I've been disregarding a lot in my personal life, and now I know, and I will take action. Number 4, stop people pleasing, learning to say no. So, to be honest, I'm still working on this today. It's hard to stop doing what you've been doing all your life, but I'm still trying, and I think you should keep trying too. I learned that if I feel like something isn't worth my time, it's not worth doing. Not worth it. Like, when I had a friend who always came late to our hangouts, and when we would eventually meet up, she would be texting or just being distracted by other things. And although, yes, it's fine texting every once in a while, like, if you have a text from work, or I don't know, or you just have another friend you were talking to earlier and you want to respond, sure, like every once in a while is great. But if you're constantly like responding back to your friend, it's like, why am I here? Am I here to watch you text? And it just felt like it was a waste of time for me. Although I wanted to spend some quality time with that friend, It honestly didn't seem like that friend valued my time and didn't really care. And so if someone didn't seem to value my time, then I thought I shouldn't have to give up my time for them. I have better things to do. I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna say no. And not even say no, sometimes I would just kind of not reply back to them, and I hope that they get the clue, the hint. Same thing for work. When I did a one-time favor for someone, they expect me to keep doing it for them. Like every once in a while is good, but constantly asking me just stressed me out. If I already have a lot of things on my plate, I might as well just say no and be able to complete my own priorities, my own work. But unless there is some back and forth where they're doing a favor for you and then they decide, hey, I'll do this for you since you did me that favor last time. Great, like that makes me say yes all the time. But if there's nothing like coming back to you, it's just not worth it anymore. I was always afraid that people might say like, oh, she's so hard to like work with, she's just difficult, she doesn't do favors for anyone. I didn't want to hear that, so I always said yes. But now I learned that like if I feel like I'm being overwhelmed with things, or if I'm feeling like something's stressing me out, which isn't even something that I should have been stressed about in the first place, it made me learn to say no. Now, with that being said, lesson number 5, being afraid of what others think. I learned that most of the time nobody really cares about you because everyone's just busy thinking about themselves, thinking about their own struggles, their own problems that they're going through. So don't worry about what others think. And even if they judge you, it'll just be that for that moment. It's not like they're going to remember everything that you've done wrong or you made a mistake on. Like they have other things to remember. There's no point in overthinking about what others think because honestly, it shouldn't matter. And what matters is what you think about yourself and what you want to do in your life. Thinking about what others might think about me, it really limited me from trying new things like creating a YouTube channel, starting a business. Just putting myself out there was a bit scary for me because I was afraid that people might say I look funny, the things that I do don't matter, whatever they could think of. And me being afraid of what others think kept me from actually knowing what I truly wanted. Because if I tried the things I actually wanted to do, I think I would be more clear on what I want in life. But because I'm always consciously thinking, okay, this person's going to be disappointed in me, this person's going to say this about me, this person's just going to hate me, it's not going to help. And to be honest, to this day, I really don't know what I want to achieve anymore because my head is full of things that other people might want or other people might say, and it's just preventing me from actually knowing what I really want to do, what I want to achieve. So I want any of you who are in your 20s or just starting a new career, even if you're not in your 20s, to stop worrying about what others think and actually do something that would impact you. Try something new that would make you feel happy. Another lesson I learned was spending too much or too little money. Everyone has different financial capabilities, and I just want to say that it's just important to invest in yourself. Investing in yourself can be about taking courses that would benefit you in your career or what you want to learn about, or just simple things too, which is like traveling, paying for a gym membership, getting a haircut that you haven't been getting for a long time. I need a haircut, but my stylist is on vacation. But anyways, I only spent money on trending clothes that went out of style by next season, which wasted a lot of money and took up too much closet space, to be honest. Or just like a lot of things that kept me happy momentarily. So spend money on learning and experiencing new things, or invest it so that in the long term you're more happier. In the long term it benefits you. And I don't mean don't spend it on that new hot boba place you've been wanting to go to, or try a famous chef's restaurant you've been wanting to go. What I mean is to don't overindulge yourself with it. I learned it made me happier to treat myself every once in a while rather than making it an everyday thing, because you kind of lose that excitement as well. So enjoy it, enjoy the little things, enjoy the small celebrations, and it will definitely pay off in the long run, in the future. The final lesson I learned was enjoying life. And I've said this a couple times throughout this video, and I'm sure you probably noticed, but I was too shy to interact with my colleagues from school or work, so I rarely went out with them, or I just refused it. I said I was too busy, or I have work to do, I have school work to do. I always said no to hangouts because I felt anxious in social settings, and I was kind of uncomfortable about going out of my comfort zone. So, I avoided partying. I didn't know a lot of people attending those parties either, so I was kind of worried I might be the loner in the party, so I wouldn't go. When honestly, I could have just gone out there and just met new people, talked to new people, tried to talk to new people, and to just go out of my comfort zone every once in a while and experience, learn new things. And I learned that trying new things also helped me feel more confident and more willing to take on more challenges in life. I also learned more about myself and became more self-aware. You'd be surprised how many people don't really know who they are, and they've never really spent time to kind of learn about themselves, because we're always on our phones. We always have something going on in our heads. We never stop to learn about ourselves, because you are the only person you're going to be with your entire life. Get to know yourself. Learn what makes you uncomfortable. Learn what you can manage. Learn what makes you feel confident. Learn what makes you excited. Go and try new things. It definitely will brighten your life a little bit. It will also change some of your usual routine you go through every day. Like for me, my schedule was always work, then eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep. But then now that I found some hobbies, trying new things, I've started to feel more confident when I'm thrown into uncomfortable situations. I find myself feeling energetic and excited about trying something new. So go out there. And if you don't want to try something new, or there's nothing that interests you, go travel, because you get to experience new culture. Go and experience and learn things every day. Learn new things every day. If you've been holding on to your money a lot, go travel to that destination you've been wanting to go. Try that rock climbing class you've been curious about. Don't stay in your comfort zone all the time. Throw yourself out there. Just go out there and enjoy life. So those are some of the lessons I've learned in my 20s. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and I hope that this will help some of you, even if you're not in your 20s or if you're just starting to be 20s. I just hope it helps. And let me know in the comments if you've learned anything new or if anything was relatable to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.